Hi everybody, I am Kelly and I'm here today at the Curious George Cottage in Waterville Valley, and today we're going to be going over how to make your own salve. A salve is a great product to have in the winter for your dried skin, cracked cuticles. It also works really well on all kinds of scratches and bumps and bruises. So the things that you will want to make salve, you will want some kind of oil. I mostly use olive oil because it's the most readily available. I like the way it works on the skin and it has the longest shelf life. Sunflower oil would be another great option. And then there are a whole bunch of other oils that you can look into if you're so inclined. So you want to have oil and beeswax. Those are the only two ingredients that you really need for making a salve. For supplies, you will want to have 2 pots or a double boiler. So one kind of small pot here, and then on the stove back here I have my other pot. So in this pot I have some water that's heating up. It's about 1/4 to 1/3 full of water. And you want your other pot to be able to rest into it, or if it sits on top, as long as it's really sturdy. And you want to be sure that no water gets in that top pot because it will make your salve go off. So I'm going to put that back over there, take this pot out. So I like to get the water started before I go, makes things happen a little bit quicker. So you will want a kitchen scale and then a container to put your salve into are the other things that you will want to have ready. The oil to beeswax ratio is 3 ounces of oil to 1 ounce of beeswax. So having a kitchen scale is really handy for this. We also have available pre-measured kits that come with infused oil. And I wanted to just show, these are 3 different infused oils that I made, and you can see the different color there, and so that really shows the vibrancy and potency that is in there. This one is pretty close to what olive oil looks like. It's hard to tell in this light, but it's a little more reddish. And this is calendula infused olive oil. This is comfrey. I love how dark. This is just regular olive oil infused with comfrey leaves. And then this one is St. John's wort. And these are 3 of the 5 or 6 ingredients of the infused oil that come with our salve making kit. And again, you can see the links or reach out to us if you want to purchase one of those. All right, so what those kits come with, a pre-measured amount of olive oil. So I'm going to pour that into my pot. And I don't have a rubber spatula handy, but if I did, I would kind of squeegee that out to be sure to get all the oil out. Pre-measured beeswax, I'm just going to put that in there. So there's what it looks like. The beeswax and olive oil. So here I have the water already heating up, and it's on medium. Got a pretty good boil going. And I'm just going to put my other pot right in there. And we're going to wait for all of that beeswax to melt. So if it's not nestled in too well, or if you have too much water and it's boiling and water's coming out, you want to be really careful that you don't let any water get into the oil mixture. So we'll just let that sit and come back and check in on it in a few minutes. So the beeswax is all melted and we have a nice uniform color and consistency in here now. And something that I forgot to mention early on is you want to be really careful to not burn the oil. So if your pot of water is really boiling away, you can turn the heat down more. The oil on top should be that you could stick your finger in it and it doesn't feel hot. You just want it nice and melted. Again, you don't want to burn the oil. All right, so here we have our 3 1-ounce tins that come with our salve making kit. There's something that you can buy online. They're not hard to find. and come in a variety of different sizes and different kind of lids. These are kind of a easy to use one. So if you want to add essential oil, you don't have to. It's only, if it's something that you like, if you have a favorite smell, if someone you're making this for has a favorite smell, favorite scent. So today I have clary sage with me. So say that I am going to give all 3 of these away, and one person is scent sensitive. They don't want to have any fragrance, but the other 2 people would really enjoy it, or maybe one is for you and you're one of those people. It doesn't really matter. So if you're going to do this, I like to go ahead and put the essential oil in the tin, and something like 3 to 5 drops, depending on how potent your oil is. So 1, 2, 3, I got 4, 1, 2, 3. That 4th drop kind of jumped out at both of them. All right, so now I'm going to take my nice, even, smooth consistency oil from over here. And it's always nice if you can, again, going back to, I really want to be clear to not get any water in your product. So I just lifted that off that steaming pot of water. So I'm just going to kind of make sure there aren't any drips that might accidentally get in my tins. So now I'm going to carefully pour into each tin, pretty close to the top. And by pouring that in there, it stirs up that essential oil. Again, if I had a rubber spatula, I'd be sure to get all that out. Nice 3 tinfuls. So to make 3 tins, I had 1.5 ounces by weight of olive oil and 1/2 ounce of beeswax is what I put in there. A little pro tip to, there's going to be some wax residue in there. If salve making is going to be something that you're going to be doing, having a dedicated pot to that is great. That's another reason I don't like to put the essential oil in there, because then it just kind of becomes part of it. But using an old rag or a paper towel to get that whatever oil residue out of there will be fantastic. So these are pretty liquidy now, and as they cool, they will become very opaque, and that is when you know that they are ready. And for now, we're just going to let them sit here and cool off. Then I'll put the lids on them, and then with our salve making kit, we have measure to size sticker labels that you can write the ingredients on yourself, or write little notes to whoever you're giving it to, and go with it. Always label your products right away. You might think that you're going to remember what's in there, and especially if you take this on as a hobby or a side hustle, then you start having a whole bunch of tins and oils all over the place, and you will forget what it is. I made that mistake a couple times and definitely have learned my lesson. So thanks so much for joining us. Please reach out if you're interested in one of our salve making kits. They make great gifts, and we're always here to answer any questions for you. All right, have a great day.